Show me this chainsaw. This thing's insane, dude. What is this? STIHL MS661 Look at this thing, dude.
It's the second biggest one they even make.
The second biggest one they make?
880. He's the only other one bigger.
This is the big... Here, tape me. Wow. It's like... How long is the bar on this, bro?
36 inch.
What the fuck?
It's a 90cc motor, too. It's a big ass saw, for sure.
Dude, okay, so
I've
tell
taken
me
down,
about this saw.
I've taken some monsters down with that thing, for sure.
What have you... Pick it up. I want to tape you and ask you questions.
Much bigger than the size.
So, what is the STIHL what?
661. It's a Magnum. It's a bigger, it's a professional series, for sure.
Okay, and then, so what kind of trees have you cut down with that?
Jesus. Oh, man. I've done quite a few. I mean, essentially, some of the biggest ones I've ever done were I had taken down an oak that I had to walk the bar all the way around the tree to flush cut it. So that's 36 inches. So I'd say realistically the tree trunk itself, the base was over 12 feet.
12 feet?
Because it wouldn't hit the center. I actually had to get a set of forks to lift it slightly to be able to hit the center. This would not reach it. So
wow.
About 12 foot around, I'd say, circumference-wise, approximately.
How much does a saw like this cost?
I don't know. That one, how it's set up right now, is like $1,600.
1,600?
Correct. Actually,
wow.
I think they actually might be a little bit more now.
That thing's huge, bro. It's a badass saw.
It's one of my favorites, for sure. That thing's no joke.
I wouldn't even want to fuck with a tree that big. I can't even believe you do jobs like that. That one, you did that one crane job, didn't you? That we saw over the fall. That house that you were gonna, did you guys crane out that big ass silver maple over that house? That was in the middle of that deck, remember?
Yes, sir. Yep.
How long did it take?
That was done all in one day. Yep, the entire tree, 100%.
Was that like
I had, in order to get rid of the wood,
$6 grand or some shit?
Yes, I believe that was a problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't even fuck with a tree like that, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
that
even.
One was pretty big. That one was, you had to have it.
You were on the crane?
Yes,
attaching
I had to actually tie off the crane. I had to have the crane take me up to the top so I could top the tree, essentially, because it was too tall. The lift I have 60 feet. So it was approximately 80 or 90 feet to the top. So in order to set the straps, I had to actually have the crane take me up, set the straps. Then I can come back down. I climb back down to the point where I'm going to cut the crane, take those pieces away. Once it's down by 60 feet, then you can remove it, the rest of it with the...
How did you remove the final pieces that... I mean, I saw the base of that tree. It was like...
I actually think I have...
It was like fucking... Like...
It was massive. Yeah.
Did you have to cut it in cookies and crane it out? Or did you take it out the backyard?
Oh, no, I craned it out 100%.
In pieces?
Yeah, absolutely.
How big were the biggest, heaviest pieces?
Over 4,000, because I know that crane picks up over 5,000. And in order to safely do it without tipping the crane.
4,000 pound pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you had to.
So how did you even rope off pieces of the trunk like that?
There's straps. You set straps you set into the crane. You no longer use ropes at that point. Yeah, you're setting straps into the crane, so it's actually tying off into the ball. So that same thing as a cinching knot. Yeah. What it does is it's almost like a sling. It runs through itself. So the tighter that crane pulls up, the harder that's going to suck up.
And you just put it like right into a dump truck?
I had a dump trailer, or the
right into the dump trailer.
Right, roll off dumpsters, actually right off in the front of the house.
So right into the dumpster. Boom.
Yep, right into them. You can't physically pick those up. I mean, realistically. Yeah, the lady, that's funny. That job that actually the lady told me she took her kids and everybody in the basement when she started seeing the tree come over the house. She was scared. She's like, I know for sure it'll come through the house if it falls. So she went in the basement with her kids for like 6 hours. Literally.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty big one for sure. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that's scary, dude, for
we
a
actually
customer.
just took down some huge... I took down a pin oak. It had to be like 100 years old. Pin oaks don't get very massive, and I mean, this thing had a pretty big circumference of it. And I had to take the same thing, take it over the top of the house. It's actually pretty neat. That was a fun one.
And when you're doing that, once you're actually in the tree and on the crane, do you ever think, like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
No, not really. I'm used to it.
You're just calm.
Yeah, I try not to think about what's really going on. I mean, you think about it too much, you freak yourself out. I mean, realistically. But you need to keep yourself aware of what you're really doing. That's what keeps you safe, too.
I was strapped to a crane once, and I went 105 feet, and I did something stupid, and
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've had customers, a few of them, come out anytime they see crane work done, and they like amazed. They can't believe somebody will actually ride that thing like that.
yeah, carrying fucking 4,000-pound pieces of trees. Like one piece is the size of an entire tree going over a house, and if it would crush it would go right through the house.
Yeah, you're pulling full trees over with a crane for sure.
That's crazy.
The sections you're removing, yeah, by all means, you couldn't do by ropes. No way. I mean, you may be able to, but no, I shouldn't even say you may be able to. You cannot do it without a crane. Not that way.
Yeah,
absolutely not. Not those large of pieces.
Because it's going right over the house. There's nowhere to tie off. You can't even.
And that's just you trusting that tree to support itself that much, and I wouldn't put that much trust into it. I mean, to remove full sections like that, because a gin, I don't think would hold it.
Yeah.
Most of them, no.
See, I don't even know if I don't even want to do that. I just do small ass trees and trimming mostly.
Yeah.
Roping shit down.
And realistically, if you're getting started, trimming's where it's at, for sure. Because that's how I gained 99% of my experience, or say 99%, but probably about 75% of my experience came from trimming over power lines and things like that, smaller pieces. And it was actually a good thing because there's no room for error. So
yeah,
you having to worry about those power lines, once you can remove the power lines from the equation, it's huge. Because now you have a whole nother worry that's gone out of the equation.
Yeah. Realistically.
I mean, that's something that can kill you pretty quick. So if you can remove that much risk out of it, it makes it a lot easier, for sure. So it's scarier to learn that way, but I think realistically it makes you more aware of everything because you're always paying attention to what's around you, for sure.
I know that it wasn't until, I don't know, it took me 3 years of trimming and climbing to one day I actually just went, oh, I'm just working. I'm just in the tree working. Like, for, like, all the... Even now when I go up, I will get that...
Like, every first time I was really high up, they put me into a section that was straight up and down, and then there was another lead that came straight up, like, curved really far.
Yeah. And
then came back up. And he says, well, if you think you know what you're doing now, he's like, well, show me how you'd get up there. Well, realistically, knowing what I know now, you'd go up the straight piece, tie in, and then you could walk out on the other one and go up.
Yeah.
I tried getting up just that piece that was straight out, and it was probably, I got out on it, but it was extremely hard. And by the time I had got out to the end of it, I remember looking down, and it was my foreman at the time. I'm like, who does this stupid shit for a living? That's exactly what I told him. That's exactly what happened too. I was like, here in, 10 years later, I have my own company doing it. But it was pretty hilarious because actually I'm still good friends with him and we still laugh about that.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
That you would fight like hell to get all the way out some fucking crazy terrible. Ass piece.
Now that knowing what exhausted. I know now, I would laugh at you if you did it that way.
Yeah. No, I know what he's saying because I've done stupid shit like that, and now I'll go up and tie in and come down, and then I'll just walk out and I'll keep tightening the lifeline as I go out because now you got. I just put it through.
You can essentially walk up the side of the piece once you're tied in.
Yeah, you could just walk right up it.
Yeah, by using your buck strap and your lifeline. Yeah, makes a big difference. You don't have to do half the work. That sucked. That's funny.
See, the reason he's laughing, I know why he's laughing, because you have to be there and be the guy that's killing yourself in a fucking tree. It totally exhausted, dripping in sweat when it's 90 degrees out, and then one day you realize you don't have to do that at all.
It's huge, for sure.
Yeah.
With experience, definitely it helps a lot. That's the best thing anybody can do. Don't ever attempt to just hop up there and go at it. You'll definitely do something wrong or you get yourself hurt really fast.
Yeah. All right. Peace. That's this video.